Holy crap, what an episode of NXT this week. We're going to talk about all that and more right now on AfterBuzz TV's NXT After Show. Don't you go change it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
We're here on the ones and twos, here for AfterBuzz TV's NXT After Show. Welcome in. I'm one of your hosts, the Internet's Mark B. Donegan, joined as always by Bill, nickname Handstock.
I'm the other one of your hosts.
The hobo is currently on assignment. Robert Baines is a very busy man, and hopefully it doesn't have anything to do with kidnapping anybody. Hopefully. But tonight's episode, I really dug tonight's episode. This was like OG classic NXT.
It was very, very classic NXT, right down to Cassius Ohno interacting with William Regal.
Yeah.
And William Regal's brass knucks once again appearing on his desk. Thank goodness.
And heavy machinery being heavy machinery. One of the things that I wanted to ask you about, Bill, we start the episode with Tommaso Ciampa showing up not in dress code. Does he get champs rules? Is that
Sure.
the deal?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll get reprimanded for that?
Ciampa's rules.
In the champs house, we get the champs rules.
I think Tommaso Ciampa could do whatever he wants.
General?
once you've become the greatest sports entertainer of all time, you're afforded some leeway.
What's left after that, really?
Yeah.
Attention everybody who's watching live. Our internet is a little rough right now, so we're trying to get chat up. We definitely want to hear your opinion on whether or not Tommaso Ciampa should wear clothes. But the first match of the night, we got a returning Oni Lorcan with Danny Burch taking on Adrian Jaoud, or Jaoud is how they pronounced it, and Cesar Bononi.
Yeah.
Then we got to see them on TV. They've been doing this stable tag team sort of a thing. The Brazilian, that's it.
The Brazilian.
The Brazilians.
The remembered Brazilians.
Yes. With Taynara Conti on the live circuit. So it seems like we're finally we got them. We got the Forgotten Sons last week. So we got to see them against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. And for my money, this is the best that Oni has looked. Like, he's shredded, and he was 100% on point this match. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, and I was pleasantly. I don't know why I was pleasantly surprised, but I was very thrilled to see Lorcan and Burch have this showing and be this dominant and pick up the win. Because when Jaoud and Bononi came out for the first time on TV together, I thought it was quite likely that they were going to Jaoud let it all out, and that they were going to pick up a win over an established tag team, because that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, that is definitely what happens. But when it came to Oni, they knew they would make him want a Jaoud. Throw their hands up and Jaoud. But speaking of which, I thought Jaoud made a very good showing tonight too. A very unorthodox offense that we don't see very often in the tag division, let alone in WWE. That unique armbar that he did, where he just crossed up Danny Burch. But the intensity that we got from Oni Lorcan, I think, is and was unmatched.
Yeah. It's too bad that they've already had their title shot and lost it. I mean, it was awesome. It was a real coming out moment for both Oni and Danny. And, we loved it. It really established them as beloved NXT people, as people who can hang, as people who are deserving of being in the title mix. But it's a bummer that it's already happened. Yeah. Because hopefully what's happening is they're starting to build up again for when there are new champs. Because they can't really challenge Undisputed Era again, because it happened. They lost. They lost Fairzy and Squaresy.
But looking at the rest of the landscape of the tag team division, do you see them putting up a good fight with, like, the War Raiders?
Actually, that's probably the match I'm most excited about.
Yeah, those two?
Is Oni and Danny against the War Raiders. Because Oni and Danny have an intensity that is unmatched in the tag division. And they're so much smaller than the War Raiders, who are poised to be the most dominant team in the division. So I'm interested to see what happens when the War Raiders have defeated several challengers, but then they run into people that normally in the War Raiders' mind, they feel like they should dominate and dispatch easily, but the tenacity of the competitors and the fury of them is what is able to match them up against War Machine.
And I hope we get a little bit longer of a match.
The War Raiders.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. It's not like...
Edit that. Steve,
can we go back?
Just edit that.
Back to one, please. Yep. Don't do it. I see. Stop it. But after this, was this Ciampa immediately, or was there another match after this?
As far as I know, it was Ciampa. There was a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue.
So seeing the show.
I think it was Ciampa. My Wi-Fi really solidified around the Forgotten Sons vignette. About that.
Let me see.
Oh no!
That.
After about the time
I got it.
Sullivan versus Mendoza match happened, then it was pretty solid the rest of the way.
Yeah. It was Tommaso after this. He came out to sort of clear his name about all of the Aleister Black business, but he said, I would have attacked Aleister Black if I had the opportunity, but somebody beat me to the punch. And I'm going to congratulate
I would have a blacked Aleister tack.
I done goofed. But and making the clear assumption, he or she, whomever did the attack, who? But he starts hearing. What did you think of him hearing from his title belt?
Oh, I mean, it's great. He has a very special relationship with the title belt. A relationship we haven't really seen in WWE since the heady days of Francesca 2 Turbo.
Yes. Jeez. But ultimately, this is just Ciampa flexing his championship in front of everybody. Nobody's quite on his league. More important, do you want to...
No one's on his fantasy league.
Yeah, nobody's on his fantasy league.
It's just him. He set up a whole league just so he can win it by not having any competitors.
Precisely. I kind of want to skip to the next thing that Ciampa was involved in. Yes. Just so that...
Yeah. Get all of our Ciampa chat all out of the way.
We got our beef boys on the case. Heavy Machinery is going to figure out who it was that took out Aleister Black, and they don't trust tomato champs.
I hope that these wonderful beefy Hardy boys are the ones to actually crack the case. That would be amazing.
I just want to see an oversized Dozovich and Tucker wearing Sherlock Holmes and Watson costumes of a normal sized human being, and then just draped somewhat. It's like a cape on a dog, like a really small, short sort of a thing. Oh boy!
The curious case of the bustificated toilet. Turlet.
If only they'd like never figured out. If they never said, "Hey, we're going to figure out who attacked Aleister Black," and they're like, "We're going to solve the case," and ultimately they do solve the case, but it's just that Doe's broke another toilet. Yeah. But we got possibly a Otis Dozovich and Tommaso Ciampa match in our future. Whew. And I want...
Do we even dare to dream?
You know what? I tried once. It was okay. I wouldn't recommend it to people just because your dreams could get dashed.
You try that melatonin or...
Yeah. I took one too many and I slept through Thursday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I woke up tired still. I don't get it how that works. But we got a possibility of a Dozer Tommaso match, and Regal finally calls Tommaso into his office to interview him about just what the devil happened.
I don't know.
And speaking of which, I don't know what the devil happened there either. But all right, let's talk about thank you. Let's talk about our next match. Violet Payne, aptly named, versus Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. After at the end when she was getting choked, I was expecting Moro to be like, "Violet, you're turning violet, Violet."
No, we just got true to her name. She is feeling the pain, or something like that. What did you think about her chances when she ran head first into Shayna?
You don't do that.
Come on, that's so. You don't take somebody with a shoot background with with a grappler such as she, and you're like, you know what? No, I'm going to tackle this problem head on. Unless it's like fists forward and you're jumping straight at them, not that great of an idea.
The Joe Pesci Weekend at My Cousin Vinny double punch.
Yes, the classic.
Xenar says, at Mark Donica, hear me out. Otis for Superman.
We are down one Man of Steel.
We maybe aren't. That report might have been inaccurate, apparently.
Yeah, there's nothing's been confirmed, but like a representation, just like, oh no, it's fine, everything's fine, which I think was ultimately a message of, hey, as long as you give them more money, this scheduling conflict can go away.
Let us break this news.
Yeah, though I think and we'll be back on topic in just a second, I promise.
The rest of this is about how DCEU is garbage.
Garbage.
Wonder Woman's great. The rest of it can go.
I'm excited for Shazam. I'm excited for Aquaman. Oh yeah,
Shazam should be fun.
Yeah.
You're excited for Aquaman?
I am.
All right, cool.
Because I don't know what to expect. Because I expect to went like, all right, cool.
Yeah, whatever.
Because after, man. But I wanted to ask, what's more devastating, and this can relate to wrestling too, when it comes to something that's pre-taped or something that's filmed way in advance, such as a movie, or an episode of NXT. Is it more devastating to find out that something didn't happen or that something did happen? You know what I mean? Like, because this news came out as a confirmation, starting as a confirmation that Henry Cavill they were trying to get a cameo for him in Shazam, and scheduling did. So now he was going to be in Shazam. Oh, that would have been sweet. So as opposed to
I didn't see that part.
You didn't see that part? Yeah. As opposed to showing up and being like, oh, hey, he's in the movie. Yeah. So what do you think's worse? Finding out that something didn't happen or finding out that something is happening?
I'd probably spoiler that something is happening. Like, it's probably worse to have something spoiled for you than... Yeah, I would say it's worse to have something spoiled for you, because like something that could potentially be a really cool surprise, and then somebody tells you about it, and then you're like, they robbed you of that surprise.
Yeah.
But like because I didn't even know that Superman doing a cameo in Shazam was possible. So like, if this news hadn't broken, I wouldn't have gone into the movie being like, oh, I wonder if he's going to show up. So like, it doesn't.
Well, maybe.
Like, since that surprise doesn't exist to happen for me,
okay,
I don't think that having it be spoiled is really that big. But I understand, like we want to hope, like when we were hoping, Wolverine would show up in whatever, or that so and so would be cleared in time to be in Infinity War,
something like that,
like Deadpool cameo. In
yeah,
Infinity War
when I heard people's reviews going like, oh my god, they did it, I went, are the X-Men in this movie? And I was like, oh, okay, now that makes sense.
Anyway, by the way, how amazing would it have been if no one had said anything, but like the snap happens and then like they just cut like miles away on Earth and it's just Hugh Jackman, no lines, Wolverine hair, just dust.
Wait, yeah. Wait, we didn't know. Wait, we didn't know.
There wasn't time.
Speaking of utter destruction, Violent Pain. Poor Violent Pain.
If you haven't been on TV before, you don't run at someone who has been that... Like, maybe she didn't know? Maybe she is like, oh, I don't really watch the product. They're like, oh, it's fine.
It's like, hey, we want you to come in against somebody who's challenging for the belt. Like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. Who's this person? Why are there horses ringing throughout the ring? I don't know anything about the industry. Sure, I'll get in the ring with this person.
You know who Dozer would be perfect as, though? Puck. And you just have him like the Hobbit style, like you just make him...
Just make him shorter?
Yeah. Make him smaller than everyone else, because he's exactly Puck dimensions.
For a moment... I forgot that we were just no. For a moment, I thought I forgot we were talking about Marvel, and I just went to Shakespeare. Midsummer Night's Dream.
Midnight Summer's Dream.
Sure, yeah, who'd be over on?
Oh yeah, no, that would be awesome too.
Yeah,
Midsummer Night's Dream, Puck. Yeah, for sure. I'm into it.
Okay, we got
Oberon.
Where
look like a horse's face.
Who's this horse's ass? That one.
He was on it. I think you looked that up for when you were talking about Shayna.
No, that's on the Vikings board, right?
I know, but I think that he had been like hovering because
he was waiting.
No. When they come back around to horses, I'll be ready.
I'll be totally ready. But
can Puck do the worm? Can he ever? Puck from Alpha Flight does cartwheels all day long. Kidding me?
Can we get an Alpha Flight movie?
Probably.
I would hope so. Like, that's phase 5 is like, whatever, Alpha Flight, the Captain Britain Brigade, that's just all of the people that are designed after Captain Britain. Like, just all of the worldly stuff. West Coast Avengers.
I think Cavill would be a really good Captain Britain.
Yes, he would.
My ideal casting for him is Black Bolt.
Yeah.
I love Cavill. He's an amazing actor. He's great in everything. And obviously you want him to talk if he's in a movie, but if he's so good as Black Bolt.
He would. It's just that he wasn't I really liked him as Superman. Just some of the dialogue he was given in situations, if under different circumstances, I think it would have been a much different.
And that's the story of the DCEU.
Yeah.
Under different circumstances, it would be great.
Yeah.
Like, Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Ben Affleck is the best Batman, and he's been in the worst Batman movies.
But under better circumstances. Right. And speaking of better circumstances, Violet Payne wouldn't have gotten kneed in the bloody face. I think that was the not necessarily like just going for a grapple, but then just being open for what a terrifying knee to the face she received. I think she was out. She was out and just like she saw stars and stripes around her head, and that like Shayna started abusing the left arm. Then we got Kirifuda clutch win. About to be out, no, Kirifuda clutch. About to leave again, nope, Kirifuda clutch, and just left her for dead.
Yeah,
dumped her in the ring and just whatever. I'm out of here. I'm mad. I'm Shayna Baszler.
Oni No Sweeney says, too bad that you ruined Inhumans already in regard to my Black Bolt casting. No one watched that. It didn't happen. It's not canon. None of the stuff that happens on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really has to do with the MCU.
It's weird. It's the movies affect the TV, but the TV doesn't affect the movies.
And the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series doesn't affect the Netflix Marvel universe either. And the movies affect the Netflix Marvel universe. So I think that the Netflix Marvel universe is much closer to the MCU than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is.
Agreed. However. And
Inhumans didn't have anything to do with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything else.
Yeah.
So it was just a failed project. They're going to do Inhumans again in the MCU at some point.
Well, now they don't have to because mutants are back. But
hey, Black Bolt, Lockjaw, come on, dude.
I know. I'm a big Lockjaw fan, especially after playing Spider-Man.
I've only played the first Kingpin thing. The intro.
But due to copyright, they've had to change certain signs and certain statues around the city.
Yeah.
And the bull at Wall Street isn't the bull at Wall Street. It's
no, I know.
Okay, you do know. Okay.
Well, because Ryan Penagos, my buddy from Marvel.
From Marvel, yeah.
Zeno insists Bill the Inhumans show happened. You know what? Maybe it did, but a lot of things have happened and they don't matter.
Speaking of a lot of things that happened that didn't matter, let's talk about Undisputed Era. No. I can't do that.
Okay.
Before we get to our break,
dude,
the flippin' Undisputed Era, they're just the biggest A's. Yeah. They're just a couple of B holes.
They're talking about how famous and popular they are. Kyle O'Reilly says, I can't even go to the store.
Kombucha. It's so good. We can't even be beaten up on a couple of goofs before we're interrupted by the War Raiders.
The most shocking development from this Undisputed Era vignette is Kyle O'Reilly apparently able to grow a mustache if you give him several months notice. Not just the chin strap. He can do it.
They've just been doing the makeup so that it doesn't look like he did.
The Aaron McGehee.
Yes. Joker from Batman 66.
Yeah,
Cesar Romero. Yeah. Thank you. Because I was
because you don't know what Cesar Chavez looks like.
Yes. But also we talked about Cesar Bononi, and that was the only Cesar in my head today. But the champ versus champ title match next week is essentially just the Adam Cole Invitational, because whoever wins that, Adam Cole's going to be the one to beat him up and take both of their belts. Now, Bill, we talked about last week how this title match was probably going to be interrupted by Undisputed Era for any discernible reason, but now that Adam Cole has said overtly, I'm just going to sit back and watch, is there any chance that there's going to be a decision in this match?
No.
All right.
And also, NXT tweeted a picture of them after the episode, or during the episode, tweeted a picture of them and quoted Adam Cole, Undisputed Era will be there to scout whatever, and Adam Cole quote tweeted that with the eyes emoji. So it's pretty. Also, okay,
This is a subtweet.
My other favorite thing about this vignette was he said Undisputed Era, and him and the tag champs threw up the thing, and Bobby Fish had his hands full, so he just goes,
This is mine.
Yeah, but like you could,
participation trophy.
It was very obvious that like he intended to do the hands thing and then realized he had his hands full, and then did the only thing he could think of.
Just drop the trophy.
Yeah, just like,
Funk. I'll get another one. We're Undisputed Era. Whatever, nerds. And speaking of nerds, we all know that you're nerds for television, so we wanted to let you know that our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. I mean, you can select them, and you'll get like notifications as soon as anything happens. It's helpful.
It's a nice service.
It's optional. So hit that subscribe button right now for this channel, and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. But for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. Now, we usually would talk about comments right now, but considering our internet is a little rough right now.
Getting them.
You're getting them?
Yeah.
You got them? I mean comments from last week.
Oh.
Multiple. Anyway, let's and just for time restraints, we should probably move on to the death of Raul Mendoza. Mm-hmm. How about that?
So I was again pleasantly surprised at how this turned out. I figured like the story I probably would have told was like Raul Mendoza like wrestling this match under immense protest. Like, I didn't ask for this. Like, he really hurt me bad last time. Why would you give him another match against me for beating me up? Like, for beating up EC3 so that he could beat me up to prove a point. His punishment is that he gets to fight me again? How dare you? And I would have just had him like scared. But this is a better situation because now Raul Mendoza is prepared. He thought he was going to fight EC3 last week or whatever ago. 2 weeks? Who knows? Who could say?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So he thought he was going to fight EC3, and he was confronted with the monster Lars Sullivan. He doesn't have. He wasn't ready for that mentally, physically. He didn't have time to prepare. He didn't have time to scout. So this time he did have time to prepare. He had 2 weeks to realize, I have to fight this guy again. Holy crap. I'm going to do everything I can to be ready for him. And he was ready for him. He had his best possible game plan. He used his speed and his quickness and his agility to keep Lars Sullivan off balance. He had some of Lars's moves scouted. He had him on the ropes for a split second, and then he got caught in a gigantic power slam. And then as Morrow said, you know, it's sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug. And as Nigel said, it's academic.
Yeah, Raul, I didn't see him coming out of this one with the W, but
no,
he tried his damnedest.
But for a moment, they did have me thinking like, oh, he could catch like a flash roll up, or he could, you know, get Lars so off balance that he might just be able to pull this off by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah.
So they did their job there.
Do you think that they're trying to have the audience get behind Raul more by having 2 matches in a row against Lars Sullivan?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it definitely worked. The crowd was definitely getting behind Raul during the match. Mendoza's not in the NXT roster, right? On the 2K18?
No,
I don't think he was one
yet.
of the announcements.
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
I don't think he's going to be in this year's.
It could be. We
don't know.
I mean,
they announced supposedly the complete roster that's going to ship with the game.
Yes, they did announce that, but we have the NXT pack that usually ships.
The NXT pack is still forthcoming. However, Ciampa's not in the game, Lacey Evans isn't in the game, Aaliyah's not in the game, Nikki Cross isn't in the game.
Nikki Cross isn't in the game?
So I feel like the NXT pack is going to be like Nikki Cross, Tommaso Ciampa, Lacey Evans, and War Raiders. Or like Ricochet and...
I think Ricochet.
Yeah.
I think Ricochet. Let us know who you think is going to be in the 2K19 NXT pack right now.
And, you know, Nikki could also be part of the main roster expanded. Because there's always like main roster DLC, an NXT DLC, and then like a Legends DLC.
The Hall of Fame DLC usually.
And Nikki Cross, Hall of Fame. You heard it here. We're breaking the news. She's in the 2019 Hall of Fame.
Hoof.
Yeah.
Hoof. Lars Sullivan coming out with the win. Hoof. And that was that. After this, I was in Regal's office with KO, right? Cassius Ohno?
It was Kairi Sane was in there when the segment started.
Speaking of internet connections, didn't see that.
So
Why don't you
Kairi's-
tell us?
They cut to the office and media res. Regal says, "Thanks very much, Kairi. It was a big help." And Kairi says, "If there's anything else I can do to help, let me know." And she was wearing a very lovely cocktail dress, and I think this is the first time we've seen her like in street clothes ever on NXT television. So,
No, when she signed with Kyrie in the back.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
With who?
I'm sorry, with Shane in the back.
Okay. So she leaves, and then William Regal's assistant is like, "I just gotta go over these notes. So it'll just take me a few minutes," and he leaves. And then Cassius Ohno knocks and comes in, and Cassius Ohno is like, "Yeah, you want to see me maybe?" And then William Regal's like, "Oh, I don't need to see you."
Yeah,
And he's like,
that's where I come in.
"Oh, you don't need to see me." And
That is essentially how it went.
Regal says, "Well, I don't need to see you because Kairi Sane just provided an alibi for you, and you were nowhere near Aleister Black at the time." Like, who would not believe Kairi Sane?
But I could have been just somebody. I need somebody to. He's reaching out. Yeah. He just wants somebody to talk to.
So he's very salty, and William Regal says, "Oh, I heard your promo last week. Well, good. You're the general manager. I should hope you are." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a little upset. Well, you can say I'm a little bitter." Hey, he didn't bring up his history with Regal once.
No.
Which I thought, a good opportunity to do that. But that was a different age and a different time. But
different weight class.
And you don't also want to bring up like the idea of like Regal getting physical with a wrestler.
Not anymore.
Like, that's not going to be a possibility. So why would you? And people don't understand that. You can't reference certain things because it creates an expectation for certain people, and then if you can't ever deliver on that promise, why would you do that? It's almost like, why would you bring Shawn Michaels in to tease like a match if
he's not going to do it? Similarly to before Daniel Bryan was clear to return, everybody's like, "Why are you still doing this? Nothing can happen from it." And here we are. Dreams do come true. And now there's an expectation.
Cassius Ohno says, "You keep bringing in these big hot shots, and you know what? Maybe something's gonna happen to him, bro."
Yeah. Next time, he's like, "Next time you bring your toy through here, I'm gonna be the first in line, bro."
What do I have to do? Wear a suit? Maybe.
Probably. Do I have to buy a ticket? No, you work for us. You're right. I
Get on the list.
That there was just no. You don't. What are you doing? What are you? Why
And
are
then,
you complaining
he
about?
leaves. He's like, "Well, be in my room."
So clearly, I think it was pretty clear that his bro was a reference to the next toy.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, when we get that Hasbro sponsorship, the My Little Pony stuff, I'm going to be taking on
like,
Rainbow Dash.
Bask in my Broly.
Dragon Ball Z? I'm about it. Yeah, I'll fight Broly. Oh, boy. Oh, bro. Why am I looking at that stuff?
Bro. Perfect.
Was that what was next?
Sure.
Because I had to stop taking notes at that point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, let's talk about our main event. Bianca Belair.
Oh, there was a Forgotten Sons vignette.
There was a Forgotten. That's right.
And it was very good. I liked it. I liked it very much. And I liked that they downplayed the whole, like, MAGA biker aspect of the Forgotten Sons.
I wonder if they're going to be going for that.
The old ex-veterans thing. It was just sort of like, y'all forgot about us, so we had to hang out in the junkyard.
Trying to get those Sanity vibes, but with a different filter on the camera.
What would Ono's cutie mark be, asks Onino Sweeney.
What would Ono's cutie mark be?
Just a KO, right? Or like
an impact?
Like a blot. Like a blot. Like a blot.
But what is that his true calling, though?
What, knocking someone out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
He's that age-appropriate knockout man.
You know, for the family show, he just runs through and he's just a big boy that knocks people out. Sure. All right. Is it like a Biff?
Or it's just the Duke logo.
All right.
He's a huge Duke fan.
And that's his life's mission.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Riddle's theme song should be Brohim by Pennywise says, are you not aware that Oni Lorcan used Brohim on the Indies and that his theme song is literally a Brohim knockoff?
Maybe it's a stable.
Right. Oh, yeah. The Bro Stable?
Yeah, Bro Stable.
Brony and... What's Bro Riddle doing in the Full Sail Zone?
Oh, God. In the Full Sail Zone. That's right. Let's talk... Then after that...
Matt Griddle.
He comes out... sorry.
I'm just cooking up some beatdowns, bro.
Oni and Birch flank him, but since they're such sweet boys, they're like pancakes, so it's a Mick Griddle.
Yeah, this is the thing is that Birch doesn't fit in with the bro thing because he's a dad.
He could be a dad, bro.
He's the dad of these lovely bros.
Bro daddies.
Never talk to me or my two large sons ever again.
The remembered sons, because I never forget my sons.
Love my large adult sons.
Let's talk about our main event. Bianca Belair versus Nikki Cross. This was fun.
Oh, yeah.
This was great.
It was great. Nikki, every time we see her, is getting a little bit more of the goofy insane, which is not a bad thing because she's fully a good guy now. So it's fun to have fun with her madness.
That was one of the interesting calls of Nigel going, "Oh, she's having fun in there." I was like, "Yeah, but it's like, well, chaos is what she finds fun." It's like, okay, nice save, nailed it.
She was very just. I mean, like I don't want to call her adorable because I don't want to be like diminutive to like what she accomplishes and who she is, but it was very joyful to watch her do her work in the early part of this match and frustrate Bianca Belair, and Bianca trying to get Nikki on task with wrestling her, but then maybe gets a little bit more than she bargained for when Nikki finally does acquiesce to her entreaties.
We did skip something else.
Yeah.
There was the promo from last week of Somewhere in Full Sail where it was Dakota Kai, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say I missed it. It was Aaliyah, Lacey Evans, Dakota Kai, and Deonna Purrazzo.
And they set up for a tag team match for next week.
The one, and it was. I mean, I appreciate what they did in the segment. It would have been nice. I understand why it wasn't mic'd because it was an impromptu thing that the social media team just happened to catch in the lobby. But you could barely understand anything.
No idea what was going on.
But I did like when it first started and Dakota Kai is griping at Aaliyah. Aaliyah's doing like you need to stop, right? and Aaliyah's like get up, and her mannerisms there is like the most character we've ever seen out of her.
Yeah.
And I liked that, and I think I have some idea of where the character is going now. It's unfortunate that every time Aaliyah seems to have some sort of direction, there's someone else in the company who has something similar. But I'm looking forward to seeing where the evolution of Aaliyah goes. It's interesting that Lacey Evans is aligning with Aaliyah after pretty clearly having a modus operandi of the types of people that she associates with. But we'll see what's happening with these ladies, because next week we're getting a tag match, Dakota Kai and Deonna Purrazzo versus Lacey Evans and Aaliyah.
It could be a situation where she just needs a body to fill the spot of her tag team partner so that she can get another W against these reprobates. But in terms of the main event, oh boy, I like this matchup a little bit more than I liked Shayna and Nikki, because I think Bianca was more universally physically ready for anything that would be thrown at her by Nikki. And it was very clear that no matter what, all that she wanted, and she said it a lot during the beginning of the match,
baby.
like, coming, all that she wants. But she just wants this, come to me so that I can beat you up. I can't beat you up if you're over there. Get over here. we saw the gross snap of the hair, and this match ended up becoming a no contest after a double count out. Where are these two going to go from here? Are we going to get number one contendership? Are we like what's the end game between these two? Either way, I'm excited to see more.
We could get a triple threat out of it. We could get another fight to a finish. Maybe some sort of gimmick match, last woman standing again, or no DQ, false count anywhere. Maybe
That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. Whatever it is that these two come up with, it's going to be fun. Because if their first match together was this much fun, and there was a non-finish, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can come up with next time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also, potentially some stuff coming up at Evolution that they could both be involved in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sky's the limit.
Because they did say Evolution, one of the billing things is over 50 women will be competing. Mm-hmm. And so far we've seen singles match. Is the sixth tag at Super Showdown? Ronda and Bella's versus Riot Squad. Is that Showdown or is that Evolution?
That's Showdown.
That's right.
Yeah.
But either we're seeing a lot of singles.
I think we're going to get a couple of battle royals, like a battle royal to... I think we might get an NXT battle royal with the winner facing the NXT champion
later in the night.
Evolution. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty likely because we're getting the Mae Young finals.
Yeah,
and so I can't imagine that they'll have the Mae Young finals and then the winner of that fights for the NXT.
You don't think it'll just be Shayna again?
I don't know.
They're not building for Shayna and Kairi at Evolution already, as opposed to.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the next takeover is after that at here.
Right. Well, they could be building towards the Shayna Kairi 4. They could be building towards that at takeover, but along the way, Kairi's going to have some.
She's going to have to defend the belt. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. All right. Dangham Q wants to know: will Evolution have a line in the sand? No, I don't think anybody knows. Evolution is a mystery. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover on tonight's episode of the NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV, Bill? No? Tonight, apologies for tonight's show. We had a loss of internet and general interaction between Bill and myself. We found love in a hopeless place. We didn't have a picture of a dog up on the screen, but you know what?
Well, maybe next week.
There's a picture of a dog in my heart. But until next time.
Checked. Well, the new Apple Watch will tell you when you have a picture of your dog in your heart.
The diagnostic. That's a bit excessive. It's a joke that hasn't been made at all today.
Did he briefly mute you because you were wheezing?
No, the response. Anyway, thank you to everybody for joining us in the chat. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure to subscribe right here, either on iTunes or on AfterBuzz TV Wrestling and Sports. We have a lot of other great shows that are here: SmackDown, Raw, Lucha Underground, Women's Pro Wrestling Weekly. There's a Mae Young Classic show as well.
Lucha Underground.
I said Lucha Underground. But make sure to check those out.
Lucha Underground.
Lunch and Underground.
Xpac 12360
is on YouTube.com/Xpac.
It's on YouTube.com/Xpac. Broadcasts out of AfterBuzz.
Yes,
TV
they
Studios.
do. And yeah, I'll say go to YouTube.com/Xpac. We had Dave Lagana on, the vice president of the NWA, and he talks about sort of the future of the NWA. They're bringing back the national championship, and at the 70th anniversary show, there's going to be a big to-do about crowning that new champion. So make sure to subscribe over there.
And also Cody Aldis too.
Cody Aldis 2 is happening there. Cody is making his first appearance in Los Angeles.
You get some old hog bones,
and
you can make yourself a nice Cody Aldis stew. Got a stew going.
Delicious stew. Or some potatoes. I also get you a good stew. Bill, hey, what's up? What's going on with you?
You can find me on all social media at Sundown Motel. I might be starting some game streaming at some point, but look for that. And I might not be doing it on Twitch. So hey, even better, right? So you can find me on all social media at Sundown Motel, and I have a new movie that I wrote that is out. It is called Alien Predator. not to be confused with maybe perhaps some other movie that's out at the moment. But this one, I'm pretty sure, doesn't have any controversy surrounding it.
Probably not.
So what's lovely is that movie came out yesterday, and if you are an Amazon Prime person, you can watch it right now for free on Amazon Prime. Type in Alien Predator, and it's the one named Alien Predator. That's from 2018.
Find Robert Baines on Twitter at BainesDestroy. He's been putting up a couple of matches in
Oh
his.
yeah,
and you
no,
should
it's
definitely check them out.
They're very fun.
Yeah.
And Brandon Cutler's back.
Yes, he is.
Hey.
You can find me on
pumped for
Twitter at Mark B. Donica.
Where can they buy the shirts though?
You can go to tpublic.com/the NX team, or no, /NX team, not the NX team, just NX team. We've got a couple of designs up right there on high quality shirts and a lot cheaper than the other place that we used to do them. But for all of us here at the AfterBuzz TV studios, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week at Full Sail. Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.